Yo, yo. 5 people in the house. Mark Warren, what up? He's first. Raymond, yo. Crunchy Thumbs, welcome. Foxer, my man. Oh, what is going on? Crunchy in the house. We're going to wait a few minutes for more folks to join, if that happens. DLC in the house, my friend and companion. Trudge Forward finally made it. I'm back in his algo. Welcome. Big Money J Money. Tom, the man. It is happening, says Tom. It is happening. We're here. We're alive and well. Alive and well. And in San Francisco. Who said that? Is that Jim Morrison? I think so. Yeah. Let's see. It is the last day of January. Hope you all had a good January. And I wish you all a good February. Guess that's what's next, huh? What's on the agenda? Dad Strength Daily. Made it to the live show. We are happy to have you. 9:45 Central Standard Time is the new dedicated time that I am going to actively and consistently target, assuming nothing comes up. We'll give it a few minutes before I roll into my first question, which I did get from my email list. If you guys have not signed up, TommyJohnCoaching.com, you'll be prompted with a pop-up and you just put in your email address. I promise I'm not going to send you any fucking bullshit promoting my coaching or any of that shit. Million good coaches out there. If you want to hire me, cool. If not, I don't care. I still love you. Still love you. No big deal. Life will go on. If you guys do have questions in the chat, you can drop those there. Otherwise, I will dive in to the ones I got via email. I got the woman doing chicken in the crock pot, says Tom. Chicken in the crock pot and beef and lamb on the stove. Life is good. Life is good. That's I like chicken in the crock pot. It's super easy. You can throw a little bone broth in there if your coach allows that. Uh, and it just comes out really good. The other thing is a side benefit. It's better for digestion. And a little trick for you guys. A trick for crock pot chicken is they have this like meat grinder. I'm not so fucking fancy that I know how to share my screen and shit, but one day I will, and I'll show you how to fucking Amazon that shit. But the there's a meat grinder, and it's like a bunch of little plastic teeth, and you just throw your chicken in there, and you just shred that shit. And man, great for digestion, super easy to prep. You don't have to do a damn thing. Really great stuff. Uh, we were just talking about lamb the other day. Um, whatever. Dad Strength Daily. I finally signed up for the email list last week. The pop-up didn't appear, and I couldn't figure out. Last week the pop-up didn't appear. Yeah, we're working on that. Me and my friend Steve are getting that more dialed in, so it's more seamless for people to get signed up. So thank you for signing up. I'm happy you're there. Soon I'll be working on little content, like just little blurbs, little tips and tricks and shit that I'll be sending out to you guys. Maybe like an example workout or something. I don't know, whatever you guys are looking to see. Maybe a recipe here and there. Shit like that. Shit like that you guys will find helpful. Dad Strength Daily. What's that giant watch you're wearing? This is just a fucking Garmin. Nothing cool or fancy. Um, I it's one of the wearables that I like for heart rate, resting heart rate, tracking sleep, things like that. I generally but at one point I was so lean that the Aura Ring wouldn't stay on my hand anymore. I could probably switch back to it now because I don't love sleeping in the Garmin because it is pretty fucking heavy. Um, the best thing about this watch, and it sounds silly, there's two good things. One, the battery life is ridiculously long. Like right now, let's see, it's 80%. I haven't charged it in like 2 weeks. And I think it lasts like 30, 40 days. It's wild. It's wild. So that's the one thing. I don't remember the second thing. Oh, there's a flashlight on it. So the other night, maybe like a month ago, the power went out randomly in our neighborhood. Someone like hit a pole or something, a high voltage pole, and the power went out. So I woke up choking to death on my CPAP because that's what happens when the power goes out. But the cool thing was I had a flashlight on my wrist. So I'm like, shit, I can navigate around the home, um, check out what needed to be done and everything like that. So yeah, that was a little sidebar. Let's see. Yeah, so that's the giant watch I'm wearing. I wish it was something cool, but it's not. Krieg in the house, my man. Happy to see you alive and well. There's a joke hidden in there, but I won't expose it. Tom says she cuts it into small pieces so it comes out like tuna. Are you talking about the lamb? I don't have anything against lamb. Raymond and I were just talking about it with our coworkers the other day. Um, let's see. Foxer in the house. I couldn't believe I went so long without a chicken shredder. Felt like a moron using forks. Dude, for real. I'm a fucking man, that thing is literally, what do you guys say? Goated? It's the fucking goated. Um, here's the three things. I'll add a fourth. Here's four things you guys need for kitchen appliances right now that will make you a better food prepper. Number one, that Zero Jushi rice cooker. I'm fucking white. I don't know how they say the brand name. The expensive rice cooker that's pronounced Japanese. I don't know what the fuck. I'm sorry. Sue me. So that one, the rice cooker, number one. Number two would be some sort of instant pot or crock pot, slow cooker of kind. Number three is the Ninja Foodie, and that's like Zoijarushi. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it, Dad String. Let me start over. Number one, Zorashushi rice cooker. Number two would be some sort of slow cooker, instant pot, crock pot, whatever you prefer. Even like a Dutch oven would probably work. Number three would be the Ninja Foodie, which is like an indoor grill slash air fryer. And there's like other features on there that I don't use it, but and then the fourth one for the bonus is a Ninja Creamy, and that's not needed. It's just a luxury. It's a helpful luxury, but those first three, man, you're fucking set for life. You are set for life with those three appliances. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else, and you will be a an all-time all-star prepper. All-star prepper. Dad Strength Daily. Yeah, I used to wear an Aura ring, but lost too much weight. And yeah, exactly, dude. That's what happened to me. It was literally fucking falling off my hand when I would move around. It seems redundant with my smartwatch. I'm trying to sell the ring on Facebook, but it scratched the hell from lifting. Yeah, mine's beat the fuck up. It's like my second or third one too. The reason I like the Aura ring is I just swap it for my wedding ring. So I did size it for my ring finger. So I primarily wear that for my wedding ring because I can't wear my wedding ring unless I'm really lean also. Um, so there's that. J Money, you just made me paranoid about my CPAP. The power grid in my town sucks and goes it cuts off often. You will choke to fucking death when the power goes out when you're a CPAP user. You will be woken up by you trying to suck fucking wind through a closed straw. And it's abrupt and rude. Foxer, we had a winter storm. Yeah, we all did, Foxer, you ass. That took the power out. Only way to use the CPAP was to run it on a little computer UPS. I was floored. Yeah, that's hilarious. David says when I shredded chicken, would use my stand mixer. Yeah, that works too. But dude, that fucking plastic thing, man, I think it's like $15 and it's badass. It's so easy. It's dishwasher safe. Throw that shit in the dishwasher and you're good. Adam retracted a message. He probably said something rude about one of you. Oh, Foxer, the rice cooker that plays the jingle, right? Oh, it sings to you, my friend. Best rice out there. And here's the cool thing about that rice cooker. One, it just makes perfect fucking rice. So there doesn't have to be anything much cooler than that. But two, it's just so consistent. And so what I do, I cook the rice the same way every time. And the rice cooker is obviously a huge factor in that and keeping that consistent. But I also weigh my water that I use for the amount of dry rice that I use. I use the same amount of water each week. That way I know within a good amount of variance that rice is going to be similar each week. It's not a huge deal, but to me it matters. To me it matters. Raymond said the rice cooker has a cute little jingle. I love it. Yeah, it sings to you when it starts, sings to you when it finishes. Yeah. It's like my wife. What? Jared, Ninja Foodie Grill thing is a game changer. I got Jared on that Ninja Foodie. His wife was mad because she's like, where the fuck are we going to put that? It's worth it, guys. I don't care what you have to fucking get rid of. You can, whatever, sell your firstborn child. I don't care. Make the room for the Ninja Foodie. That thing is dope. Crunchy. I need the Ninja Creamy. It would be great for you and Jen for dessert. The Ninja Creamy is dope, dude, for real. And there's like 9,000 fucking recipes on whatever the interwebs. And dude, like you can literally just use fucking protein powder and water, and you're good to go. I like to use. I just started using the Axe and Sledge farm fed. Jared has a code. Jared, put your code in the chat. Axe and Sledge farm fed protein makes by far the best fucking Ninja Creamy. Hands down, the best Ninja Creamy. My friend Jared has a code. He's going to put his code. It's Seaton. Seaton. And Axe and Sledge, use code Seaton, and that will get you guys, I believe, 10% off. And that protein, man, all the flavors are so good. So good. Let's see where I left off. Raymond said the Ninja Creamy is my favorite appliance I own. It's because it's the only appliance you own, you asshole. I'm just kidding. Yeah, rice cooker, some sort of slow cooker, Ninja Foodie, and the Ninja Creamy. Top 4 things you will ever need to be a meal prep master. All your food will taste better. I promise. Promise. Stop using your oven and fucking up your chicken. You guys all suck at cooking. Swear to God. Trudge forward. I prefer smoothies over the creamy. Just easier. It's the same process, but smoothies are good too. Nothing wrong with a smoothie, my friend. We do smoothies for my my son. He has like one a day normally. Scotty Mize in the house. Sup. Dad Strength Daily. He says, I also prefer smoothies. It's because you guys are old, bro. You fucking old asses. Get yourself a Ninja Creamy. Send me your address. Fucking, we'll do a group buy. We'll donate a Ninja Creamy to you assholes. Scotty Mize, I just did some chess, back, plyos. I know, it's gay. Hey man, no, I don't agree. I mean, I kind of agree, but plyo stuff is really good. It's really good. It's underrated. And technically, like, and I know Danny does your programming, but for other people listening, a good spot for um for plyo type stuff is actually before you start training to get the central nervous system firing. That's why, like, in strength training, they do box jumps and um, speed squats, shit like that. Amy, I'm late, about to hit my split squat. Oh God, good luck. She won't be back. What Foxer? What ratio did you run? Do you run? What fucking ratio? What? What are you talking about? Adam said I would never. I said he was talking shit about one of you. Code Seaton, Axe and Sledge, please, my friends. Support Jared. Hard boiled egg cooker to cook a batch of 12. Yeah, I'm an ass. I just buy pre-cooked hard boiled eggs. Raymond says I wash my clothes in the sink. I sold my washer for the Ninja Creamy. Creamy addition to the plan has been amazing. Scott always says shit's overrated, so no one listen to him. He's just a fucking negative Nancy. Farm fed squirrely nut cookie crunch. I haven't tried that one yet. I just ordered it. I agree that the Ninja Creamies do break all the time and they are super loud. I agree with both of those statements. That does not make it overrated. I've had a Ninja Creamy for months but haven't used it. Very, very common. Very common. That's why I just added it as a bonus one. It's not fucking necessary. I went years without a Ninja Creamy and I swore it was the gayest thing ever. I don't like using that word, but it's a perfect word for this scenario. I swore it was the silliest thing ever that people were obsessing over the stupid fucking Ninja Creamy. And then I bought one. I'm like, damn it, this thing's fucking sweet. It's just something I enjoy for my last meal of the day. I get to eat ice cream with my family. So, like, to some people, that's overrated. For me, that's a family moment that is important to me. So, can't put a price tag on that. Oh, Foxer, weighing water to rice. I use the cup that comes with the Zero Sushi rice cooker, however the fuck you say it. Whatever cup comes with the rice cooker, I just scoop my rice. And let's say I do 3 cups. I use 200 grams of water for every fucking included cup size, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying, hopefully. If not, let me know. Scott Mize, I did med ball slams. Yeah, dude, fuck yeah. Med ball pushes before my workout. Yeah, and what that's doing, and I'm sure Danny explained it, but it's just firing up that central nervous system and getting that fucking that explosiveness like ready to go. So yeah, good shit there. I like that. I miss that stuff. I did a lot of that when I did strength training. Smalls in the house. What up, dog? Scott Mize, sometimes do band supported explosive plyo push. Yeah, fuck yeah. I love that shit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we used to do, man, my favorite workouts ever were dynamic lower days. So, box squats against bands or chains or both and all that shit, specialty bars, squat safety bar to, whatever. My friend Nick and I would just fucking battle, dude. We go back and forth. Someone would do like a triple. And then as soon as you rack that bar, the next guy's like pushing you out of the fucking way because it's his turn to go. And it was just like brutally competitive. And like, we were just like, man, it was just so much fun. So much fun. The dynamic box squat days, man, were the best. Speed deadlifts were kind of the same way. Just fucking battle someone, super fun stuff. Good workouts too, obviously. David says, I need to break mine back out and dust it off. I would go through phases of eating it daily for months, then for yeah. That happens with like most appliances, I would say. Um, and that's what I was worried about when I did go to buy it. Like, motherfucker, this is gonna be it's like a waffle cooker. How many of you have a fucking waffle cooker sitting somewhere in your basement? You know what I mean? Like, you're not using that son of a bitch, I promise. Thank you. I'll try that for my rice. Loving son till rice is okay. Yeah. Yeah, you don't get any carbs, Fox. You don't need fucking carbs. You take enough peptides. You don't need carbs. We replaced your carbs with peptides. Or you did at least. Scotty Mize, I weigh the rice and the water because I'm better than you, Tommy. Well, yeah, I don't whatever. You're still gay and do plyometrics, so remember that. Trudge forward. I am old and unfortunately battling with a torn rotator cuff. Fuck. BPC that shit, bro. BPC. Code Tommy. Omega Amino. Buy all that. Fucking slam it in that weak ass rotator cuff of yours. Blast that shit. J Money, a creamy would be life changing for me right now. Cravings are bad, and I would love some ice cream that is on the plan. Man, I'm telling you, works. Tom, who is the oldest here? Well, I don't have a list of everyone here. I only have a list of who's active in the chat. I think Mel is probably up there. But he's also one of the most jacked. So you tell me why it fucking matters. David Dimsdale, my man, willing to trade my broken creamy for a for a full pack of Serostim. Jesus, no one's taking you up on that shit, bro. Tough to make that trade, but willing to do it. Um, man, you're better off trying to contract AIDS if you want Serostim, that type of deal. Steve in the house, my man. I got a creamy and I haven't had yogurt in the plan in months. Yeah, yogurt's fucking gross, Steve. That's why I didn't put it in your plan. I have a bunch of glow on the way. I would get BPC as well. Because bro, you can double that shit up and you can hit the BPC a little harder and you have control of the dose then. The glow, obviously, you can only dose it the way it's comes. You know what I mean? Because you don't necessarily want to run all those other things that high if your primary goal is to target that existing injury. So you can still run the glow in the background, but I would actually additionally add BPC. And I would probably dose it at 1 milligram. I've gone higher. I won't say how high, but I've gone high as fuck on a muscle that was finicky. Rodney throws his age in the chat. He says he's 53. Who wants to match it or beat it? Tell me. Amy says I'm the oldest. No, I don't believe that. Dylan made it. Dylan in the house, my man. Oh, Lee's in the house now. Okay. See, we didn't know Lee was in here. 61 years old next month. Top that, guys. Tommy's like 86 and still the most jacked in here. Yeah, I feel older than I am, unfortunately. Steve, fucking yogurt's gross, bro. Stop, knock that shit off. All of you need to stop eating yogurt. Drop set of death done, and I'm dead. Yeah, I'm surprised you even made it back to the chat. Scotty Mize, did you hear that, YouTube? The fucking YouTube doesn't know about me, Scott. So I promote all my peptides. All the peptides. Omega Amino Code Tommy. Go buy peptides, you assholes. Stop using the word gay on YouTube. I'm I'm an underground YouTuber, Scotty. I'm untouchable. I'm like a black car with its headlights off, bro. Can't even see me. Tommy Boy's 48. Crunchy. Um, I took a half vial of BPC and thought it was awesome. Yeah, that shit works, bro. It fucking works. I'm not recommending it, but it can't say I haven't done that or more. Joey finally fucking made one of my lives, you ass. I may be the youngest at 25. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, J Money is 22. Um, Joey, you are probably one of the youngest and one of the most jacked. So you win, bro. You fucking win. I'll be dead in 10 years. You'll be thriving. You'll probably be pro. Oh, let's see. Trudge forward. I feel like GHK copper is great for the collagen production. I have a kit of BPC 5 milligram already. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, GHK copper is fine. It's not what I would target for an injury, though. I would not want to run a ton of fucking GHK copper unless you want fucking nasty injection pain all over you. So that shit hurts for me personally. Glow feels like shit. That shit hurts. It doesn't hurt. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. It feels like a little bee sting everywhere, all over, wherever the fuck you shoot it. Yeah, collagen production, but like everything increases collagen synthesis too. Like gear, for example, J Money is 22 going on 32. Yeah. Dylan's 25. That's right. Yep. Trudge forward, I'll be 38. Okay, so you're not that old. Plumbing isn't great for healing a shoulder. Fucking the trades aren't good for anything, bro. That's why I stopped doing them. They're only good for making badass money. they're only good for making badass money. And you will make badass money if you are a tradesman and you have a skill. Man, I made some dope money doing heating and air. Telling you, telling you. It also fucked me up, but I love it. I still love it. I miss it. I would never go back to it, but I miss it because I was good at it. And when you do something every day and you become good at it and you help others get better at it too, it just becomes like a really close thing to you. So even if it's something like plumbing or heating and air, the ability to teach, other people how to do that and help other people at their homes when they have an issue, it's all a great thing, But it is hard on the body, the trades. J Money tile is bad for my knees. Yeah, bro, you gotta get out of that trade. Let your brother do all the work. Or you guys need to just run the company and just hire people, laborers to do all that shit for you. Alex G in the house. My man, GHK helped me with loose skin for sure. No, I helped you with loose skin, Alex. No, just, yeah, Alex's skin did tighten up a lot. But it's also because you're not fucking fat anymore. So kudos to you, my man. Scott Mize, Farm Fed X and Sledge on DPS Nutrition. Actually, a great deal. Yeah, but then you can't use code Seaton. But yeah, there's good deals out there. But yeah, I do recommend that protein, specifically for Ninja Creamies, but I'm sure it's good for other shit too. Raymond says he's 26, 27 in May. I miss painting cars, but I like breathing more. Yeah, dude, I always wanted to do that. When I was a senior in high school, that's what I wanted to do is move. They had that mechanic school. What is it? UTI? Is that what it is? I don't know. I think so. Urinary tract infection? No, like UTI, I think is the name of the school. And they had one in California that specialized in painting cars. And I wanted to go there and fucking do like badass custom paint jobs on Ferraris and shit. It'd be dope. But yeah, fuck that. I bet they don't even let you fucking use paint in California anymore. Probably gives everyone cancer. What, AIDS? J Money. I totally would if I could hire anyone that didn't absolutely suck at tile. Fuck, that's the hard thing in the trades is just finding good workers, finding people to show up, finding people that can maybe pass a drug test. No fucking chance. No chance. Not in the trades. Let's see. Let's take a question. Do, 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 do. All right, let's take a question from the email. Guys, sign up for the email, TommyJohnCoaching.com. First question for new clients. What is your process for structuring their training and nutrition based on their experience and age? What things do you emphasize to new clients so they understand how to be successful? Okay, so what is your process for new clients? What is your process for structuring their training and nutrition based on their experience and age? Well, you guys know how a lot of you know how the process works. There's an intake form that everyone fills out, and they give me information, what they're doing now, what they've done, everything like that. Um, I don't really factor in age, to be honest. I don't really even think about it that much. I ask for people's age just as a way to sort my clients and keep track of my demographic. But it doesn't, I'm being honest, it rarely factors into my plan for them. Unless there's like, I don't know, there's some cases where that would matter. Um, what is your process? Well, the process is, the intake form, people fill that out, hopefully with great detail, and they take time to fill it out and give me all the tools that I need to design their plan custom to them. I try to get an idea of what they're doing now. I try to get an idea of foods that they like to eat. So then they don't end up with a plan that's fucking 6 meals a day of chicken and rice. And they're nowhere even near that. So a lot of times I will challenge people to change the really shitty shit that I've seen. Um, but I'm hard pressed to start completely from scratch and just send them a bodybuilding diet because they're just going to fucking fail. They're just going to fail, you know. So I do try to meet them somewhere where they're at. And I try to use some of the foods that they're using now. And it also depends what their goals are. If they're a competitive lifestyle, or if they're a lifestyle client and they're eating like 4 meals a day, and the meals like somewhat make sense, I will just start to kind of tweak that and kind of play off what they're doing now and just optimize it. If a competitive bodybuilder comes to me and they're doing like something fucking wild, they're just going to start from scratch. Like, no, you have this all sorts of fucked up. Um, Training, you guys know how I am at training. Whatever you're doing now, I don't just come in and like, oh, this is, unless it's complete shit or dangerous, I just let you guys train how you're training now. And then over time, that's something we dive into. Or if people ask me for suggestions, I always suggest a John Meadows plan. Um, the plans are written well. I've done all the programs. I trust them, and I know you have to work hard. If you buy a pre-made John Meadows plan, there's no way you can get through the workout without working hard because he writes in exactly how he wants you doing stuff. So for training, generally, I'm recommending some sort of John Meadows program. If it's a newer lifter, I'll recommend one of the more beginner type programs. Um, so yeah, the process it's different for everyone. The process is completely custom for everyone. So there's no standard process for structuring training and nutrition. Um, what things do you emphasize to new clients so they understand how to be successful? Um, Everyone knows how to be successful. Everyone knows that. What I emphasize is trying to follow the plan the way it's written. Truly trying to follow the way it's written. If there's salt written in the meals, you need to be salting the meal to the amount that it says. If it tells you to take a certain amount of, um, Zypan, for example, then I want you using that for a reason. If it says to drink 1 gallon of water a day, I want you drinking 1 gallon of water a day. Is shit going to come up? Yeah, of course. Hey, work ran long and I didn't bring an extra meal with me because it was my first week and I didn't really know. I'm adjusting the plan. Okay, cool. No big deal. Um, when you're 5 months in with me and you're still missing meals, like you're not going to be successful. You don't care. You don't care enough. That's obvious. So, what do I emphasize to new clients? Entertain me by just following the plan. It's like it sounds crazy simple. Um, I don't want to argue or debate about, oh man, I wasn't even losing weight on 1600 calories and you just gave me 3200. I'm not really here to debate with you. That's not a thing that I do. I know the plan that I sent you because I wrote it, right? And there's a reason that I'm starting you there. So entertain me and just start following it and we'll see. You know what I mean? And I get the same shit every fucking time from people that are extremely under eating. I can't eat that much food. I won't lose weight on that. Okay, let's try it. No, I won't lose weight on that. I've been eating this and I can't lose weight. Okay, let's try it. Because you hired me. So then the same shit happens every fucking time. I can't believe I'm losing weight on this and I have energy again. It's like, that's weird. Maybe you're fucking starving yourself to death and you didn't have to. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. J Money, I totally would if I could hire one that didn't absolutely suck at time. Oh, sorry. I thought that was a new comment. What questions do you guys have? Boo, 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 boo. Let's see if I have another one in here. One thing I did want to touch on, something I've been thinking about lately as I see clients getting further with progress and things like that. The more progress people start to make, the harder shit gets, guys. The closer you get to a goal, or the higher of a level you get at the craft that you're performing, shit gets harder and shit takes longer and there's less instant gratification. And it's oftentimes that I see people quit far too soon before they ever even kiss the surface of their potential. And that doesn't mean like coaching. I just mean from an outside view in general. I've seen it in careers. I've seen it everywhere. Um, so sometimes if it ever crosses your mind, like, why am I doing this? Should I be, should it be this hard? Should, should I be having more fun? Um, why am I resenting this? If those questions start to come up, a lot of times, because you're just getting better at what you're doing. You're getting better at what you're doing. It's getting harder because the level that you're at is increasing, right? You're leveling up, bro. So the progressions aren't as large. It's when you go from shit to suck, you can get from shit to suck pretty quick. When you go from suck to good, that takes more time. When you go from suck to good, that takes more time. It takes more work. It requires more repetitive fucking Groundhog Day. Requires that fucking the monotony and the repeat, the checklist, and every fucking day is the same. It requires that stuff. And to go from suck to good requires more of those days than from shit to suck. And to go from good to excellent, guys, years, Years. To get from good to excellent is going to require years. And those are words that are not really quantifiable, but they're just fun, silly words. From Dave Tate is where I got those. Um, he said, to go from shit to suck requires this. To go from suck to good requires this, right? He was actually a lot of times talking about gear when he was mentioning that. He's like, if you need 500 milligrams of whatever to go from shit to suck, say, what the fuck are you going to have to take to go from suck to good? And then, what are you going to have to take from good to go to good to excellent? So just something I wanted you guys to keep in mind. Let's see. We finally got some questions in here. Scotty Mize, how's it been training with Ray? Great. It's been good. It's an adjustment for me because I have been training alone primarily for a few years now. My friend Nick and I always trained together. Very good dynamic. Didn't talk to each other, didn't fucking look at each other. We just followed each other's leads and just tried to fucking kill each other the entire time. We trained for years together. He was my longest training partner. His schedule changed because he is law enforcement. So they work weird hours sometimes, depending on the department. So we did not end up training together anymore. Every once in a while, we grab a workout together. So yeah, from training from Nick to myself, when I train alone, everything is just very high pace. Just like that's how I like to train, even with people. Raymond will tell you that half the time I'm fucking pushing him out of the way and nudging him and fucking, I don't know, just being an asshole to him because I like to, because he's my friend. That's how I treat my friends. That's how I show love. But no, it's been really good. It's fun. I mean, I love training with people. I love training with people that just want to work hard, that want to fucking kill me, that want to beat me. I don't want to train with anyone that wants to adhere to me or, um, um, you know, hold back from fucking pushing me, letting me fucking bury myself on like a set of legs. Like, I want you to take me to fucking death. Like, take me to the level of stroke. You know what I mean? And I've been there. I've been there, many times. When I trained with Dave Tate, there's no way I didn't do permanent damage to my kidneys when I left that fucking place. There's no way. I guarantee I had rhabdo. That's not a legal claim, or I'm not going to sue Dave Tate. So no one repeat that because I did have to sign a waiver to train there. But yeah, training with Ray has been great. It's so much fun. Many people are jealous of it, and they should be, because it's very hard to find a good training partner that you can fucking rely on. We train at this time. This is when you show up, and this is what we do. You're not fucking yawning, or you're not dragging your ass. You're not sitting down between. You're not on your fucking phone like we're training. If you're going to train with me, we're going to train. And that's what we do. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Man, John, why are you so silly? I was born silly. I was born silly. And I get sillier. Jay, Money, how many weeks out do you want people to be ready? And what's the general process like after that? I don't really care. I don't care. You don't get extra points for being ready fucking 6 weeks early or whatever people say. I get why. I do want people to be ready early, just because I can bring them in very fresh and I can bring them on stage with energy. And they have pep and feel alive. They have energy to pose. They're fed. They look better because they're more fresh. We can pull down cardio. We can pull down inflammation. But I'll stop being an asshole and I'll answer your question. How many weeks out? He's talking about competitive bodybuilding. How many weeks out do you want people to be ready? And what's the general process like after that? In a perfect world, I would like people to be ready probably 2 weeks out. But there's ready and then there's stage ready. So like, I still don't love the question, but I love you. But yeah, I'll just give you a generic bullshit black and white answer. 2 weeks out, bro. What's the general process like after that? Removing cardio, pulling back stimulants, removing any gear that we can that isn't going to elicit a negative response. So if we can pull some shit out, I love to be able to and lean into the stuff that is more beneficial, right? Whatever that may be, whatever those compounds may be for that individual. I like to pull back cardio. I like to try to add some food back in. Really emphasize sleep if I can. I tell those people to fucking just sleep, 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 sleep. Sleep is going to get rid of inflammation of the body. We try to pull back on training. We just try to bring in the freshest, most renewed person completely fat free. And sometimes it's hard to do both, but it's possible. We've done it many times. Smalls, also known as Austin, highest frequency someone can train legs if they're recovering from a what the fuck? Highest frequency. Okay, sorry. Austin asks, what is the highest frequency someone can train legs if they are recovering from a bruised AC joint and resting the upper body? Man, I mean, there's no like perfect number. And then frequency is only one variable. So how much volume and intensity is being used at that said frequency is going to matter as well. Man, if you're doing one hard set a day, you can train legs every fucking day or twice a day, because then what? You're, 14 sets for the week, but that's just silly. I'm just being silly with that. If I had to give you like a stupid random number, I would just say 3 times. I would just say 3 times. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. Monday, quad focus. Wednesday, hamstring posterior focus. Friday, quad focused again. Next week, switch it. Posterior, quad, posterior. ABA, right? And then BAB, something like that. That's, a totally unique scenario, but that could be one way to approach it. And, from a bruised AC joint, resting the upper body, you can still do something. You can still do something. Active, keeping things active a lot of the times, getting blood flowing and nutrients flowing is oftentimes going to help things heal. J Money, furthermore, where do you want people to be before starting prep? Man, I don't think anyone should ever be more than 30 weeks out from a show. Ever. I would even argue 24. If you ever get outside of that range, you're too fat. If you can't do a show in 24 weeks and you call yourself a competitive bodybuilder, you are too fucking fat. You're too fucking fat. So, where do you want people to be before starting a prep? I want people to always look like they're 24 to 28 weeks out, always, year round. I think that's optimal because most males, let's first emphasize that most males are going to live around the 12 to 15% body fat if they're, let's say, 30 weeks out, 28, 30 weeks out. And these are all bullshit numbers. So, I don't love speaking in absolutes. So, but I do want to give you a real answer. Scotty Mize, no more low hanging fruit. Yeah, Scott is referring to what I was talking about with the progressions of when you go from shit to suck. Um, there's a lot of low hanging fruit, is what he means. So you can make big jumps of progressions because there's so much small shit that you're fucking up, and just making those proper changes, like you just rapidly progress, which is awesome. It's awesome. J Money, you don't need more quad smalls. Stop it. Yeah, fucking Austin's legs are the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. They literally look like they have synthol in them. It's fucking wild. It's awesome. I love it. Alex, this is a good question. If you could go back in time to the beginning of your bodybuilding journey, what tips would you give yourself or what changes would you have made? Dude, Alex, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but I always had really, really good mentors. Um, so I was in a position where, man, I had people looking out for me. So I did a lot of things I did a lot of things right. Um, so if you could go back in time to the beginning of your bodybuilding journey, what tips would you give yourself or what changes would you have made? For me personally, I would have started gear earlier because, and that's not a recommendation or a suggestion, but I started training at 13 years old. I didn't start using gear until, I don't know, 25, 26. Um, so I trained for 12, 15 years almost, before I started using gear. I think if I would have trained, you know, until I was 20, 21, I probably would have started using gear earlier. I'm just being dead ass honest with you. Obviously, that's a small ass factor that doesn't matter. Um, I would have hired, I've had a lot of coaches over the 20 fucking years that I've been training. I would have hired a coach probably after the first year. Um, I didn't hire my first coach. I can't even recall the age. I would have hired a coach sooner, a reputable coach sooner, and just got fucking dialed in. The other thing I've said before on one of my lives is I would have gotten rid of more shitty friends. I would have been more selfish. I would have told everyone to fuck off. And I would have pursued bodybuilding harder instead of trying to appease other people. The weekends, go out with this person because they want to go out to dinner. And it's like, well, fuck you. I'm not going out to dinner. I would have done that if I was younger and if I could start over. I would have been more selfish. I would have been more dialed the fuck in 24/7. And let me be clear that I was quite dialed compared to a lot of people, but I could have been fucking, I could have been 100% in earlier than I was. So that's just like some little small stuff. I'm sure there's more that might come to my mind. I'll throw some more out there if I think of more. Joey says, "Can you train the body to handle more volume? My body only seems to be able to go to the gym every other day if I'm training even moderately hard for me," he says. So the first question Joey asks, can you train the body to handle more volume? Honestly, I think it's the opposite. And I know that sounds wild, but the better you get, better, what a stupid fucking word. Sorry. The more efficient you get in at training an intended muscle with true fucking intensity, I think you can actually handle less volume, guys. That's my opinion. I think you become more effective, you create more damage or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You become more precise, like a sniper rifle versus just fucking shotgun just spraying shit, right? So in my opinion, Joey, can you train the body to handle more volume? There's like this really strong part of me that wants to say yes, but the true answer is I think as one's more effective at training the targeted muscle, I really think you can handle less volume or just make the existing volume better. And that's why you're experiencing what you're experiencing, because he says my body only seems to be able to go to the gym every other day if I'm training even moderately hard. It's because you're getting more effective. You're getting more effective. So not all volumes created equal. You know what I mean? Not all volumes created equal. Okay, look at it this way. You're looking at two logbooks and someone says, I did 5 sets of 10 squat. And this person says, I did 5 sets of 10 on the squat. Guys, go watch those squats. Watch that process of that 5 sets of 10. They could be dramatically fucking different. Dramatically different. So not all volumes created equal, and that is where the intensity comes in. Um, Intensity is a strange word, but we all kind of have an understanding of what it means. So yeah, not all volumes created equal. So, like I said, I want to say, yeah, you can train the body to handle more volume, but what I mean by that is you can just train your body to become more recoverable. But remember, at the same time, you're getting better at training. So you're able to make more fucking precise shots. Like the difference between like Joey doing a set of hack squats. I've seen Joey train just via video and things like that. Um, the difference between Joey doing a set of hack squat and some fucking kid that is, I don't mean to say kid, but some guy that or girl that is newer to training, um, the intensity and the effectiveness is going to be vastly. Joey says, "Damn it, I just like going to the gym. So only going every other day isn't as fun. Going 5 days a week, I'd rather go every other day." Um, this is part of the thing I was talking about earlier. Shit gets harder as you get better, dude. As you climb the ranks, it's not always about what you want anymore. It's not about what Joey wants anymore. It's about what is the next best choice for Joey to make the most progress. And you, we're all addicted to working out and training, but we need to be more addicted to the results, right? And sometimes you are learning this now. Sometimes pulling back is what creates more results, which sucks. It sucks. And it's hard to admit. And it's harder for a guy like you to admit because you train very intense and you are like me when we see people talking about fatigue management, it's like you fucking roll your eyes because when it's coming from a certain person, you're like, you haven't done a hard set in your fucking life. What are you talking about managing fatigue? But there are athletes that need to manage their fucking fatigue. And it's guys and girls that are extremely effective and intense, right? Um, they need to pull back. They need to pull back, and it's very hard. And the ones that have enough discipline to pull back are always going to be better. So if a guy or a girl comes to you and says, "I'm willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to get better," I already know you are. But will you take a week off training? Why the fuck would I ever do that? Well, what if it made you better? Why would that ever make me better? Well, because maybe you train as hard as Joey. Maybe you train as hard as Joey. And maybe your legs only require 2 sets of hack squats. 2 sets of hack squats. Yeah. Fucking Joey's 2 sets of hack squats or someone else's 16 sets. I've seen the guy train. I'm telling you. So yeah, I won't drag it on. Hopefully that gives you like an idea. And I'm sorry to give you a truthful answer because I want to just be like, "You're a pussy, bro. Like go fucking slam weights." Like I know you though. And I know that's not the case for you. Because you already bring an extreme level of intensity. And you're not a guy that needs to turn shit up or a guy that needs to train more. You're a guy that needs to pull the fuck back. And if that means 3 days a week, sorry, bro. I'm sorry. But I've made some of the best fucking growth of my life on 3 days a week. It's because I train in similar manner to you. Can't say I train as hard as you because you probably train harder than me. But and I don't want to make assumptions. But something to keep in mind. Scotty Mice says, "No one asked you, Ray." Amy Gray, thoughts on acceptable season percentage of stage weight, body fat percentage. Um, I don't like any of those like standard numbers. Um, like, I guess if I had to give you a number, like 1% of weight gain a week starts to get kind of aggressive. But here's the thing, Amy. You can't just say thoughts on levels of acceptable weight gain in the off season because what part of the off season? They're not the same. If you're 10 weeks post show, that number can be drastically different. If I have a guy or a girl that was a certain weight on stage and they're up 10 or 20 or 30 pounds 12 weeks later, I shrug my shoulders. If it's 2 weeks later, then you're fucked. Then you're absolutely fucked. And it's very unhealthy, and your blood pressure is probably through the roof, and you probably just fucked up your insulin sensitivity. But so it depends on where you are in the off season. But it's not unheard of for people to rapidly is a bad word, but um, for weight to come on quickly after being stage lean. I mean, man, it happens very quickly. You got to remember your body's reestablishing electrolyte balance, whatever supplements anyone was using, any diuretics that were maybe used, any sort of that shit. Mineral retention's coming back, glycogen retention's coming back. It's not body fat. People see the scale move, and all of a sudden, pounds equals fat in people's brain. It's so fucking odd to me. They're not even correlated. They're not even on the same planet. So, you can drink a gallon of water, you'll be up fucking 8 pounds. So then you put on 8 pounds of fat. So it's not, there's no perfect percentage. I know all those science-based guys want 0.25% a week is the only acceptable amount. It's not. It's all based off your photos, and it's based off your gym performance, how you feel, and the look that you're holding, the condition that you're holding. So there's no perfect acceptable level of weight gain in the off season. There's a maximum though. There's a maximum. So no guys, males should be over 12 to 15% body fat in the off season. If you touch 16, 17, I'm not going to fucking sue you. I'm not going to sue you. It happens. I've done it. I've gone higher than that. I don't give a fuck. But in a perfect world, you don't want to get higher than that. For females, those numbers would be about 4 to 5% higher. So you would never really want to push a female over, let's say, I would say 16 to 21% body fat, and that's still pretty lean. Females are always going to be about 5 to 7% higher body fat than men, in my opinion. And that depends on the class that they compete in as well. So yeah, those I have maximum numbers. And you don't want to get to those numbers right away. That's for damn sure, because the longer you can stay below those numbers, the more tissue you're going to accrue. But the way you word this question, it tells me you're very fixated on the weight, because you literally said thoughts on levels of weight gain. It doesn't matter, because weight isn't everything. And that's a hard question to answer, because I don't even fucking, half the time I don't even think about it. Like, oh, this person gained 2 pounds. It's like, I look at the photos and it's like, well, this person looks great. Let's move on. Right. Percentage of stage weight, don't even think about it. Body fat percentage, that's what I think about. That's what I think about for sure. And that's where those maximums come in. But yeah, if someone gains 3, 4, 5% body fat, like 3 weeks after a show, it's like, fuck. I don't know. First off, I don't know how you did that. And secondly, my God, you must feel like shit. So people nowadays try to stay way too fucking lean after a show. And one, I think it's dangerous. Two, I think it holds you back from a proper rebound. Because I think you should be getting that weight on you, not rapidly or anything that's unsafe. And I know that's what you're asking. Like, what is that number? There isn't a number. It's a dance, right? But I don't think you can just stay fucking stage lean year round. I think it's so dumb. I think it's extremely dangerous. I think you're so prone to injury, and I think you're not going to grow any fucking muscle. And that does not mean that we just want to slam weight on people. It's a balancing act. So you definitely want to get some weight back on. There's no reason besides looking cool on Instagram to walk around fucking stage lean all the time. You will not make any progress. You'll just be the fucking person that looks lean. Cool. Great. These sports require muscle. If you don't get any muscle, you're not going to get any fucking better. And you need to put on weight generally to gain muscle. You know, Joey says, oh, this is what he was talking about with the training. I just like going to the gym, so only going every other day isn't as fun. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Joey says, I was up almost 60 pounds in 3 months post show last time. Wasn't a problem though, since I was still lean. Yeah, dude, for sure. I'm up I'm probably up 35 pounds. My show was beginning of November. Um, let's see. Let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That my show was 12 weeks ago. I'm up like 30 something pounds. Um, and I'm still pretty lean. You guys can look at the photos that I posted today on Instagram. I'm still fairly lean, in my opinion. And that's an additional 30, I think it's like 34 pounds right now, probably. Something like that. And that's in 12 weeks. So, and numbers are different between male and female. And then whatever the starting weight was, obviously factors in. But yeah, to gain 1 to 4 pounds a week after a show, it's really not unheard of, especially as hormones stabilize, minerals stabilize, electrolytes stabilize, all that shit shifts. Fucking Dave Weiland, I mean, that guy blows up after shows and he stays lean as fuck and he doesn't binge. That dude doesn't fall off his diet ever. Ever. Guys, his fucking skip loads are like rice cakes and fucking scrambled eggs. Like he doesn't eat junk. He's not, he eats like a grown ass man who wants to build fucking muscle. Um, he's mastered his craft, his diet. And that's why he's up 100 pounds in 2 years and still lean, still acceptably lean. Oh, what did I miss? Yeah, Amy. So, to answer your question, thoughts on levels of weight gain in the off season. Like I said, it depends on what part of the off season it is. If you're earlier in the off season, the weight gain should be a bit higher, and it's going to happen a bit more rapidly. Later in the off season, you shouldn't be holding that same rate. So let's say you are gaining 1 to 4 pounds a week. The first 12 weeks, right? I mean, 4 being for males, because a female being up 48 pounds in 12 weeks is quite fucking aggressive and dangerous. But yeah, I mean, at the beginning, going from stage lean to beginning off season lean, that progression, those numbers are going to be higher. And they should slow the fuck down. If they don't, you're gonna run into trouble very quickly. You're gonna accrue body fat very quickly, and then you just fucked your off season. So, but yeah, in those first, in my opinion, in those first initial, the first initial period, man, you want to take advantage of that because there's a few things you can learn. One, as the weight comes on and you assess the look at the new said weight, it's like, hey, could we have been fuller on stage? Because this looks pretty fucking good still. And you're a lot fuller. You know what I mean? So there's a lot you can learn as you see the weight come on in those beginning stages. Like for you, if we're talking about you specifically, Amy, you still have striated rear delts. I can still see your ribs in the front poses. Like the side of your leg is still dug the fuck out. It looks like goddamn cello strings. You know what I mean? Like cello. You know what I'm saying? Hamstrings are still in. Like, dude. Hopefully you're not talking about you with that question. David Dimsdale, my man. It is a weird feeling after a year of leveling up the physique you've never reached. Before that, the annoying body dysmorphia still happens. Yeah, that shit's never ending. We're all just sick in the head, bro. You know what I mean? Like, bodybuilding's healthy. I love it. It's so much fun. Guys, we're all psycho fucking paths. We're all damaged. We're all damaged. We literally basically have controlled eating disorders. Most bodybuilders I know are abusing steroids. They're abusing them and justifying it. It's for my sport, bro. I just want to get better. You're still abusing drugs. So you can justify it all the fuck you want. You still have an eating disorder. And you're probably a psychopath with insecurities and you're damaged. Guys, I say all this shit because it's true. I still fucking love it. I still love it. I'm in it with you guys. I'm not shitting on bodybuilding as much as it sounds like I am. But like those are real things. They're real facts that people don't want to admit. They don't want to admit they have a controlled eating disorder. You fucking do. You fucking do. Normal people don't weigh their fucking food, guys. And normal is like whatever, air quotes, right? But, and I just say that just to bring realization to it and to add, some levity. Because, like, guys, we all love bodybuilding. None of you would even fucking be watching me right now if you didn't. But yeah, we all have body dysmorphia. And, we just have to use that in positive ways. We have to turn it into something positively impactful. And yeah, we do weigh and measure our food and everything's calculated. Guys, that's a great thing too. I'm not telling you all just fucking suck and have eating disorders. No, it's great that we measure our food. I love doing it. I feel better about it. It's going to keep me healthier, right? But it's not normal shit, guys. It's not fucking normal. Normal people, air quotes again, looking from the outside in, guys, what we're doing is so fucking stupid. But that's okay because we're not going to understand what other people do either. I can't understand the guy that comes home from work and sits on the couch with the beer. He comes home, he sits down, he has fucking 5-6 beers before he goes to bed and probably ate fast food. He picked it up on his drive home from work and then he sits on the couch and watches TV and drinks beer. I can't fucking understand that, guys. I cannot understand that. That I'm probably the minority for not understanding that. I bet that's so common. I bet that's so common for someone to come home, sit their ass on the fucking couch and turn on the TV. I bet that is so common. To me, that is fucking batshit crazy. Guys, they think the same shit about bodybuilding. They watch us with our stupid Tupperwares. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why? You know what I mean? What are you doing? That's okay, guys. You don't have to. We don't have to live the same life as other people or agree with what other people do. As long as we're not harming anyone, we people just need to mind their own fucking business. You know what I mean? I would never ask that guy or girl, "Hey, why do you come home and not fucking do anything? Why don't you like take into account the amount of fucking shitty food you eat in a week? Like why does that not even cross your mind?" I don't fucking judge people for that. I don't care. I don't care because it doesn't affect me. Now, if they wanted my help or they wanted your guys' help, that's when you can maybe chime in and start to help them. But otherwise, mind your own fucking business. And they should mind their own business too. There's more health shaming out there than there is, shaming against people who have legitimate drinking problems. So, I mean, it is what it is. Alex said, walking around with your pre-made meals everywhere I go. Yeah, I literally have a backpack with me 24/7 that has food in it and all my supplements that I need. It's with me 24/7. Like clockwork. Everywhere I fucking go. Everywhere I go. I do not leave my house without packed meals. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. You won't catch me fucking dead without my meals with me. David Dimsdale. The friends they'll send a photo of their nightly bottle of wine, not a glass, a bottle. I don't have any friends like that, luckily. I don't have any fucking friends besides you guys. uh Brett says people are always most thrown by meat in a Ziploc bag. I just don't fucking understand why people care. I understand that it's weird what we do. Like, I totally understand that. But, and it doesn't happen to me as much anymore. Cause, like, I don't know. I don't really go anywhere anymore besides a few like places. But, you would go to work wherever you work and you'd sit down and you'd eat your chicken and rice. People would be like, what you got? What the fuck does it matter? I didn't ask you what you have. What the fuck does it matter what I'm eating? Shut the fuck up. Like, what does it matter? Here's a good one from Mark. What are things people overthink on before their first show? Everything. Everything. All that fucking matters is getting the fat off your body and practicing your posing and not obsessing over your posing, just practicing it. People obsess over everything before their first show, and then they realize how fucking dumb it was. And then they don't even enjoy their first show, and it goes by so quick, and they really should be enjoying that process. So for people's first show, enjoy that time, man. Enjoy that prep every fucking day. Enjoy every day of that first prep. Because you only get one first show, and listen, like, it gets harder. Not harder, like, technically preps kind of get easier, but it gets harder because the first one's so exciting. And the next ones aren't always as exciting because you're getting better and you're leveling up and the progressions are smaller, just like we talked about earlier. And so, man, you just really have to enjoy that first show. Get shit in line early, you know, get get your tanning scheduled, get all that shit out of the way. Because once you're like 4 or 5 weeks out and you got to schedule all these appointments and shit, and like you're tired and your fucking memory is kind of slipping because you don't have a lot of food, and like, so get that shit out of the way early. Get your trunks ordered, get all your shit in order. You know, um, what are things people overthink before their first show? Everything, literally everything. Brett says, I have a Ziploc bag of chicken and a massive container of rice that I rotate out every week at work. And people think it's so insane. Hey, I don't know why people think it's so insane. David said they care because it makes them realize they don't take things seriously themselves. It does. I mean, man, like, let's say you guys went to a bar and none of you were drinking. And like, clearly, like, let's say you went with a friend and your friend was drinking. They're kind of like, what the fuck aren't you drinking? You know what I mean? What are you drinking, bro? You fuck, I do something wrong? And like, no, I just don't drink. You fuck? What? Fuck you mean you don't drink? What do you do? Oh, it's just not what I do. Oh, what the fuck do you do then? Well, all right, I gotta go. You know? So yeah, it just makes people feel insecure. Um Brett said those people will always be the ones that ask the secret to weight loss. Yeah, unfortunately. Brett knows someone that asked me the secret to weight loss. And I told them, ask me. Brett says, I have a friend asked me the secret to weight loss and told me she needs help locking in. Yeah. Tom says people that don't have food with them are jealous. Probably. Probably. Brett said, I don't drink. My body's a temple filled with trenbolone. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's see. David said, I'm saving my liver for AAS. Yep. Um, Mark said, people that go to the gym ask for the secret. Yeah, because it's what you do home. It's what you do when you get home, you know? Okay, Dad Strength, thank you for giving me a real question. He said this might be too generic. I mean, all questions are kind of generic, and my answers are never going to be absolutes because anyone that speaks in absolutes are fucks. For a non bodybuilder, 52 years old, on TRT, what body fat percentage do you think is healthy and sustainable long term? My opinion does not change whether you're on fucking all the gear in the world, whether you're on um, whether you're on TRT, whether you're natty as fuck. My recommendation does not fucking change. He's asking, and okay, I'll add like a small little room for cream. You guys remember that bit? Okay, whatever. Um okay, so he's non-bodybuilder. What body fat percentage do you think is a healthy, sustainable long-term body fat percentage? Currently planning to aim for 15. I think 15 is too high. In my opinion, this is my opinion. I think 15 is too high. I think if you want to stay at a body fat percentage and fucking live there year round, like don't get super lean, don't get super fat. If you wanted to find, this is just my opinion, by the way. If you wanted to live at the healthiest, quote unquote, whatever the fuck, body fat percentage, I think it's 12 for a male. You are going to look very fucking good on the beach. You are going to be strong in the gym. You are going to still be insulin sensitive. You are still not going to aromatize as much. You are not going to accrue as much fat. I think 12% is where a man should live. I can argue 10. There's no reason any man should not be able to see their abs. Guys, there's no fucking reason you shouldn't be able to see your abs. Why can we see every other muscle? You think it's acceptable to see your bicep but not your abs? You should be able to see your abs forever, forever, forever. Amen. That's just my opinion. Okay. Um, I don't think anyone should ever be over 12%. I think that is the sweet spot, man. I think 15 is too high. I think that's the ceiling. 15 to 17 for a man, that's the ceiling, brother. That is the ceiling. I don't think anyone should live there. I think you're more prone for cardiovascular disease. I think your lipid panel is going to be worse. I think you're less insulin sensitive. I think you're more prone to aromatization. I think you're just lazy. I think you're lazy. He said, fuck, Tommy. You just added another 6 months to my weight loss journey. I am here to push you to be better. I don't you shouldn't be living at 15%, bro. And like, here's the other thing that would really suck for you if you sent me pictures and you find out you're fucking like 25%, because most people are off by like 4 to 12% when they estimate where they actually are. I'm talking about a true 10, 12 fucking percent. Bro, at 52, you're going to look like fucking the best, bro. You're going to look awesome. That's dad strength shit. Your name is Dad Strength Daily. Fucking be about that shit, bro. Own that brand, man. Fucking live by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should live at 12%, bro. You should have veins. You should be fucking lean and sexy and feel good. Be a strong dad. That's what you want to be. Man, live that shit. 12% is your goal, bro. You can send me pictures on Instagram. I'll tell you if you're fucking. I'll tell you when you're 12%. You'll probably hate me. You'll probably hate me, but hey, I get people results. That's what I love. That's what I love. Tom said people think healthy food is expensive. It's just hysterical. Yeah, well, whatever. Amy has a good one here. Trying to date again and explaining bodybuilding to non-bodybuilders is hard. Fuck, guys. Man. Amy and I had a conversation about this the other day. Like, the dating world now is just so fucking weird. And Amy and I are older than you guys, some of you guys. And if I had to go back to like dating, like, man, I hope my wife never fucking leaves me because I don't want to go back. And that's not to discourage you, Amy, because like there's still hundreds and millions and thousand, 100,000 million people that, are still dating successfully and finding their person and everything like that. So definitely don't be discouraged. But there's just more like finagling around shit now, with the apps and like the stuff is just a different world. And people are just different now. But yeah, when you're a bodybuilder and you're trying to explain what the fuck you do to a person that knows nothing about it, guys, say it out loud to yourself sometimes. Say it out loud to yourself sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. I work out like over 10 hours a week. I weigh all my food to the gram. Some of you are injecting yourself with drugs, which that alone is out of this fucking world to some people. In our world, it's totally normal. Like we don't even think fucking twice about it. It's just what we do. It's just second nature. But it's like I can't walk past a mirror without looking at myself. And it's not because like it's not like, oh, look at how fucking jacked I am. Like, no, literally can't walk past a mirror without looking at myself because I'm fucking damaged. And I don't know. I check in with a random fucking stranger on the internet and I send him pictures of my underwear and he tells me how fat I am. And then he sends me my new diet and he starves me until I'm not fat anymore. And like, guys, fucking say this shit out loud sometimes and you'll laugh. You'll laugh about it. But we all love it. Like I said, I'll always circle back. We all love it. We all love it. That's why we do it. Okay. Joey, how many chickens do you think you could take in a fight at once if they started chasing Landon? Fuck, dude, birds in general are freaky. They're nasty motherfuckers, man. I don't know. How big are these fuckers? How many chickens do you think you could take in a fight at once if they started chasing Landon? I don't know, dude. If something started chasing Landon, I have a feeling like I'd go into some fucking adrenaline hole. And man, I could probably do some freaky shit. I should try that. I'll say 50. I'll say 50. 50 big chickens. David says, I'm beyond thankful. My fiance is into it as well. Coached by Tommy too. Yeah, I love working with couples. It's incredible. It's incredible. It really is. I love it. Every part of it. Every part of it is great. Yeah, that's a good point. Because Dad's Strength said, fuck you, Tommy. You just added 6 months to my journey. David says, well, you essentially, I'll paraphrase what David said because this is what I tell clients. You didn't get fat overnight. You're not going to get fucking shredded overnight either, my friend. You're not going to get shredded in 20 weeks, but it took you 12 years to get out of shape. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ, Mark. I used to kill chickens for a living, bro. Sorry, I had to say that with a southern accent. I could take on a whole army of little motherfuckers. Love you, Mark. Foxer. Fox is talking about dating nowadays. I see my friends struggling. If my wife left, I'm just staying single. I'm just gonna be a peptide monk. If Foxer's wife left him, he would just have more storage for peptides. I'm with you, Foxer. That's when the true cycle will begin. I always say that too, David. Like if my wife left, my fucking governor is off. I'm gonna be that asshole taking 100 units of growth hormone that we just heard about. Amy said, "Oh, I'm discouraged. It's brutal out here." Yeah, man. I don't think you should be discouraged. I think you should be realistic and just be true to yourself on like what you're looking for. And that's the nice thing, Amy, is like when you are dating, as let's say, the older demographic, anything above 30 years old, in my opinion, is the older demographic. So fuck all you who think that you're not old. Over 30 is the older demographic, in my opinion. So dating at that age, here's why it's nice. You know exactly what the fuck you don't want to deal with, right? So it's so much easier. You can ask someone like, "Hey, what are you looking for in a person?" It's like, "I don't fucking know, but I can tell you exactly what I'm not looking for." And when you do get older, you know exactly what you won't fuck with, right? So it's easier to figure out what are your no-goes, what are your fucking no chance, not happening. These are my, you know, breakers, right? Deal breakers. What are you looking for? I mean, if they don't have these things that I fucking hate, they are what I'm looking for. So I think that's important to distinguish that difference. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, don't be discouraged, Amy. I mean, I understand why you feel that way. And a lot of the times, like when we are actively like looking to pursue a partner, I think we put a lot of unneeded pressure on ourselves. Um, and I think if you just stay really fucking chill about it, which you are, we've talked about it. But if you're just like, man, if it happens, cool, because I'm gonna do me. I think if you really truly keep that attitude and stay true to yourself, like that right person's gonna pop up, and like that right person just has to fit where you are. And if they don't, it's like fuck them. I was fine without them. I'll be fine. I'll still be fine without them, right? Um, Colton, we're talking about how weird bodybuilding is, especially if you say it out loud. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning is reach into a bedside safe full of drugs, needles, and my handgun. Then I inject steroids before I even use the restroom. Fuck. Fuck. That's so funny. Say it out loud to yourself, guys, sometimes, what you're doing. Yeah, here I'm just weighing my chicken to the exact fucking gram because some asshole on the internet told me I have to eat 140 grams, and if I eat 139, I'm gonna fucking die. Yep. Mark said, I enjoy the bachelor life for the most part. Can just focus on my bodybuilding goals without hearing complaints. It's all about yeah, I mean, it's all relative. It's all relative. I bodybuild fine with a wife and a son. So it's. But yeah, I'm not discouraging from that. I've done it that way too. Raymond said, "I'm with you, Mark." Yeah, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Foxer, you could kick a lot of chickens like a kickball. Yeah, for sure. 100 IU's with an oxygen tank in the gym. Yeah, it's fucked up. Brett says you got to move the bench closer to the wall with the plug for the CPAP. Dimsdale says morning pin before the morning dump priorities. Colton, it sounds so fucked up and radical because it is, but it's also awesome. I'll always circle back. It's just what we do, guys. It's all just part of what we do. We love doing it. We get to do it. We are healthy enough to work out the way we like to and to eat the way we like to. And Um, yeah, hell, even use the supplements that we like to use. We all like to use those guys. It's not that we obsess over them. I mean, some of you fuckers do, but we all enjoy doing that stuff, and it's a great opportunity that we get to do it because man, there's people out there that love to be in our fucking shoes. They would love to be in our shoes. They would love to eat the food that we eat. But some people are on fucking breathing tubes and feeding tubes, and people are in fucking comas, or people are paralyzed. People have cancer. People are fucking dying all around us. And guys, we get to do this ridiculous shit because we love to do it and we get to do it every day. Like, that's powerful shit when you really think about it. Of course, it's silly. It's silly, but we get to do it. It's great. It's fucking great. We're so lucky. We're so lucky. Brett says, what kind of training slash rest have you found to be the most effective for overall delt growth? I don't know what you mean by rest. Um, what kind of training have you found to be the most effective for overall delt growth? Uh, man, I like high rep, high intensity shit, trisets, giant sets, drop sets, fucking partials. I just slam delts, bro. That you have to brutalize shoulders. There's something that responds to fucking just that blowtorch feeling. Like it feels like someone just holding a fucking blowtorch on them. That's how you grow shoulders. That's how you grow shoulders. You of course need a base. You need to have a decent pressing strength, not overhead press. I just mean in general. Like you need to have a base. Like you can do a fucking push up and like real basic shit. You're not gonna fucking grow your shoulders if you just do side raises, but you've never done a fucking push up in your life. Like, so honestly, like I know it sounds wild, but like you should be able to do a push up and then worry about the side raises later, as an example. But yeah, like since you asked me specifically, Brett asked, what kind of training have you found to be the most effective for delt growth? My answer is things like supersets, trisets or giant sets, where you're just grouping different exercises together with very minimal rest. Intensifiers like drop sets or running the rack. You do side raises with fives, then tens, then 20s, then 30s, then 40s, then 50s, and then work your way back down. Like shit like that is great. There's just like shoulders love just being engorged with blood and just brutalized. Like that fucking, like I said, that blowtorch feeling will really, really bring up those shoulders. Mark said the John Meadows program has sets of 30s for dumbbell side delt raises, burns so bad. Yeah, shit like that. Yep. Brett said my pressing strength is great. I'm just always feeling like I'm lacking so heavy in the medial delt. The other thing is people just do side raises like shit and they just use their traps. They don't even hit the shoulder. So like that's another huge thing is like people don't even know how to target the shoulder. Everything they do is just their fucking traps because they're probably going way too heavy. So their boyfriend thinks they look hot when they're training. You're so strong, bro. Yeah, it's awesome. You can side raise the 40 pounds? Guys, so cool. All right. I got 5 more minutes, then I got to go. Last questions. Anyone? Anyone? Tom said that's how I got traps. Totally on accidents. Yep. Yep. That's how most people get them. Uh, John Allen in the house. Oh, no, this is Jonathan. I fucking text them wrong all the time too, which is funny. Jonathan asks, "Hey Tommy, with your coaching specifically, is there a difference on how you coach your lifestyle clients versus those that compete in bodybuilding?" Not a ton, not really. Because if you're fat, you're fat, and you need to get the fat off you, and that requires following the fucking diet as strict as a bodybuilder would. But yeah, there are things that are different, of course. I seen once that lifestyle clients are those who do everything a bodybuilder would just without the stage. I mean, I don't disagree with that. I mean, if you want to be in the best shape in your life, bodybuilders are in the best fucking shape, guys. They're doing something right. They're doing something right. Where it does change, Jonathan, is like, um, I like, I don't, all for the most part, all my bodybuilders are eating 5, 6 meals a day. Most of them six. Guys and girls. Most of my competitive bodybuilders are eating 6 times a day. My lifestyle people, not always. I really don't like to go below 4 meals, but some of them are. I have some people doing 3 meals. I just don't love it. So that is one difference. But like as far as like adherence and things like that, oh fuck no. Like you're following the diet. Um, I will sneak in um some different choices for my lifestyle people, for like carbs and stuff. Guys, you got to remember, I work with people that are your fucking parents' age, Jonathan. And like, I'm not gonna have them eating you just eat chicken and rice 4 times a day, bro. Like, I'm not gonna fucking do that to, Susie, who's 52, and she's like a fucking librarian. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? you know, she's like, I like cottage cheese. Why the fuck isn't that on my plan? So like, I do try to meet my lifestyle people somewhat where they are. My bodybuilders, I don't go, fuck, here's your plan, follow it, please. And then, of course, there are things where, he or she will be like, hey, can we do this, this, and this? And if I see that it fits fine, then yeah, sure. For my bodybuilders, I mean, for lifestyle, I try to be a bit more accommodating, but at the same time, sometimes they ask things that just are not optimal. But yeah, essentially, I mean, and as far as like getting lean, a lifestyle person needs to get what would be like 6 to 8 weeks out from bodybuilding stage. That's true lifestyle lean to finish a cut. And then from there, we bulk up, right? Rebound, whatever. What brand of trunks do you use for your shows? I use Crystal's Bikinis on it's a Etsy website. Joseph Percher has a code. I think it's JP10. I don't know. Check his Instagram. Joseph Percher has a code for Crystal's Bikinis. I use his code, and she makes the best trunks. They're fucking awesome. Um, she's make sure you ask her for like the video on how to measure for them. And she's got like different styles and shit. She's super responsive. She'll answer all your questions. She's awesome. But yeah, Joseph Percher has a code. I think it's JP10 for Crystal's Bikinis. Mark. Jonathan Jonathan says 2 weeks in a row. It was the prep. Yeah, these motherfuckers. I have a client named John Allen and then Jonathan. So like even now, looking at his name, like I'm kind of a little bit far away. It looks like John Allen. Like the T and the H, like in my brain, just becomes an L. So I always fuck that up. David Dimsdale, rice-based cereal like Krispies or Corn Pops. I don't think Corn Pops is rice-based. It has corn in the name, but love you anyways. Fruity Pebbles for a pre-workout. And do you try to get a little protein in with a pre-workout meal? I would not do cereal pre-workout. Is that what you're asking? Rice-based cereal for a pre-workout. I would not do rice-based cereal for a pre-workout. Um, and do you try to get a little protein in with a pre-workout meal also? Yeah, I absolutely try to get protein in for a pre-workout meal. The protein meal, the pre-workout meal, there's two pre-workout meals that I like primarily. And it depends what time of the day you work out, kind of, I guess. Um, I generally try to do a cream of rice. I guess you can use a rice-based cereal. There's not much fucking difference. They're both just rice-based, right? But for me, I do a cream of rice with some highly absorbable fat. For me, I use a very high grade of olive oil in a small dose, like 3 grams. And then I have one whole egg in that meal. And then I do a full serving of chicken in that meal. And then a little bit of sourdough toast. So, yeah, that's my pre workout. The other one that I like and that I prescribe to clients a lot is like a cream of rice or a cream of rice and oatmeal, depending on their digestibility, things like that. Generally, a little bit of fat, sometimes from like coconut oil, olive oil, or occasionally a nut butter. And then a lot of times I'll use like a whey protein in there for them, just because they can mix it all into one dish. And not everyone understands mixing chicken with cream of rice, but I actually really like it. So that would be the other one that I do generally for clients is like a cream of rice um, with like a protein powder and a small amount of fat, just to kind of slow down the uh, the effect of those carbs, so you don't just burn right through them. Because cream of rice is a pretty quick carb, kind of runs through you. But yeah, I suppose you could use a rice based cereal. I just think you're going to want to add some sort of fat to slow that down. I would prefer the cereal post workout with a protein powder poured over it as milk. Um, but yeah, dude, I would try to keep that post workout for you, and your pre workout. I would try to do, like I said, a cream of rice with protein, tiny bit of fat. Depending on, I don't know how much you weigh right now, um, but maybe 5 to 10 grams of fat total, just to slow down the effect of those carbs, just so you don't burn right the fuck through them. It also depends how far away you eat until you work out. So that's a huge factor too. If you eat fucking 2, 3, 4 hours before your workout, like, and you don't eat any fat, like, man, you have to eat again before you train. I suggest people eat 1 to 2 hours before the workout. And if it is 2 hours, that meal should be heavier. If it's 1 hour, the meal is a bit lighter and the fat is definitely a little bit lower, as an example. Brett said, looking forward to getting shredded. Amy said, being shredded is the best. I fucking hate being shredded. Chicken with cream of rice is excellent. Oh my God, it's so fucking good. It's so good. Guys, I mix the chicken in the cream of rice. I don't care what flavor cream of rice it is. I don't care if it's chocolate, whatever the fuck. I don't care. My animal protein is going in there. Guys, I put my cod in my fucking cream of rice. Don't care. Don't care. Tastes amazing. Tastes amazing. I had the coconut rice and grinds with chicken. Yeah, what? Yeah, it's awesome. Shit was fire. He said, guys, it's just fucking rice. It's like a brown sugar cinnamon, like cream of rice with chicken. People are like, "This is so weird." I'm like, "Have you ever put barbecue sauce on chicken?" They're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Well, that's just sugar. Cream of rice is just sugar. It's sweet. Like, it's no fucking different." Dad Shrink Daily, a great example for your email list would be an example food plan you might send to a lifestyle client. Why don't you just hire me, bro? What the fuck? Want me to send you a free diet? I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's cool, dude. I'm always uncertain how detailed these are, macro targets or actual specific. I mean, you have to track your shit, bro. You guys got to track your shit. You fucking you. If you don't know how much money you make, do you just go spend all your money? You'll end up broke, my friend. You don't know how much fucking food you're eating. You're just gonna be a fat asshole. You got to track your shit, all your shit, bro. All your shit. Track it. Be that fucking weird guy with a chicken in the bag. weighing your fucking rice like a little psychopath. Yeah, baby. Even if your lifestyle doesn't matter. Too many people. I'm gonna end on this. I don't like ending on negative shit, but this is because I love you, Dad Strength. I love you, and I want you to get better. Too many people use lifestyle as a fucking excuse. This is the lifestyle, baby. This is it. You want to live the lifestyle, then fucking live the lifestyle, dude. Your name is Dad Strength Daily. Fucking live it, bro. Live it. Be about it. Weigh your fucking food. Measure your food. Stay on plan. Don't cheat. Don't eat like an asshole. Don't be over 15% body fat. Fucking be about it, dude. Be about that shit. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Make that shit happen, dude. You need to be tracking your food. And I'm just assuming you're not, so I don't mean to do that. And I'm not calling you up personally, but I think it needs to be said that people use the word lifestyle as an excuse to fuck off. I can't tell you how many people, the first thing they tell me is, just so you know, I don't want to compete. I said, I didn't fucking ask you. There's nowhere I asked you. Just so you know, I don't want to be a competitive bodybuilder. Just so you know, I don't fucking care. Because just so you know, you're still too fat, regardless if you're lifestyle or a fucking competitive bodybuilder. You're still too fat for both. You're too fat for the lifestyle. Sorry. So do not throw around the word lifestyle as an excuse. And this circles back to Jonathan. He said, what do you do different for lifestyle versus bodybuilders? Not much of a fucking difference at all. Guys, go look at my Instagram. You can see people with fucking glute lines and they're lifestyle people. Guys, that's the lifestyle. All you want to fucking run gear, though. Not saying Dad Strength does. You know, I think he's a TRT guy. But everyone wants to run all these peptides and all this fucking gear and then, oh, but I don't want to compete. Oh, but you want to take the competition drugs? You want to take the fucking performance enhancing drugs, but you have no baseline performance to enhance? Okay. I don't want to be a race car driver, but I want nitrous in my Civic. Fucking stop it. Love you, but stop. I weigh my food and track it all. You're good then, bro. You're good. Just keep fucking grinding. You're killing it. I watch your shit. I see your shit, bro. I see you. You're killing it, dude. Raymond said chicken and plain cream of rice with coconut aminos. Sounds really boring. Fucking plain cream of rice? It's gay. I'm sorry. It's stupid. Yeah, Jonathan, that's my man. Jonathan said, I guess I'm technically lifestyle, but I still want to be jacked as fuck and lean as the bodybuilders. That's my shit. I love that shit, guys. That's the lifestyle. You don't have to get on stage in your fucking women's underwear. You know, you don't have to shave your fucking legs and put your stupid spray tan on. Jonathan wants to be jacked and lean. He wants to look like a fucking bodybuilder without the stage. Love that. I love that. I love that for Jonathan too. Because he gets to do the shit that I love without the stage. We get to have fun together. He's just like, yo, bro, I just don't want to get on stage. I'm like, fucking cool. Let's do it. Right? Let's do it, dude. Let's do the lifestyle together. Like, man, I love that shit. That's someone who's bought in and fucking understands what's required. It's required to do the bodybuilding shit if you want to look like a bodybuilder. I'm sorry. I know it sucks. It's required. You have to do the bodybuilding shit if you want to be jacked. Bodybuilders are jacked and lean and fucking damaged mentally. Brett says lifestyle is a discipline too. Builds a good discipline, helps get jacked. Lifestyle is just a better form of bodybuilding. Just a better form of bodybuilding. It's probably safer. It's probably healthier. In my opinion, I think all the bad shit happens leading into a show and after the show. I think that's where health is very, very vulnerable. In my opinion, not an absolute. So you can all take that with a grain of salt. Just my opinion. Anything after 6 weeks out, the closer you get to a show, the more unhealthy it is. Just my opinion. After the show, those first 2, 3, 4 weeks, pretty unhealthy also because your body's still fucked up. So, again, it's just my opinion. But staying out of that range, that window right there, that bodybuilding stage window, but just kissing it just to get those results, man, you're fucking living the dream. You're living the dream. You got to test out that engine in that performance car without hitting red line. Without hitting red line, without blowing, without missing a gear, without fucking power shifting and slamming gears, you still got to drive that car and feel that power. That is bodybuilding without the stage. You get all the good shit without all the boo-boos. Let me end on this. Kyle and I were talking about that, enjoying the lifestyle and not even doing shows, with it potentially hurting longevity in the sport. Fuck yeah. But getting close to stage condition without the peaking. Yes. This is right. This is right, dude. Colton, yes. You don't have to get on stage, guys. You still got to do the shit. You got to live the lifestyle. And I think it's healthier. I think it's healthier to not get on stage because I think everything that's required to get on stage is more unhealthy than not doing it. That's just my opinion. Staying out of that shit, staying off the stage is probably going to be healthier, and you can still be jacked as fuck and look awesome. So keep that in mind for you lifestyle guys. It still requires the shit. You're probably better off never getting on stage, but you still got to do the fucking bodybuilding shit, whether you like it or not. Brett asked, where's the GT500? We'll see. It's still early in the year. Let's let it warm up outside first. It's fucking like 10 degrees outside. It's actually a little warmer today. I think we hit like 18 or 20. So we're cooking now. All right, I got to go eat. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for hitting the like button. Please join my email list, TommyJohnCoaching.com. Sign up for the emails. I'm not going to send you stupid bullshit. It's just going to let you know when I'm coming on here, when Omega is running sales, when Leviathan's running sales. I'm going to apparently start rating fucking free diets for Dad's Strength Daily. Love you, bro. I'm going to be sending free diets out. So there's that. But no, I will be sending out stuff. That's all in the works. I've been busy with shit. I'm not going to lie. That's all in the works. Arnold is coming up. Omega Amino will have a booth. We will be at the Arnold's. So come see us there. Use code Tommy on Omega Amino. Sign up for the Chase Irons Forum. ChaseIronsForum.com. What else? TommyJohnCoaching.com. Sign up for the emails. We're all good. Love you guys. Always a pleasure. John said, I just want to look like I work out. Yeah, I know. We all do. All right. You guys are the best. Talk to you later. Bye.